What's up, you guys? Sean Ross, Sapp, Fightful.com here with Barbi Hayden. We're at the Title Match Wrestling booth.
Yeah, it's on the shirt.
Yeah. They got shirts, a little bit of everything. Their YouTube channel's one of my favorites. They have a great network. They put on a ladies' night out, shows that you are a big part of. What has that meant for your career? It's really highlighted women in such a fantastic way.
So not only is it highlighting women wrestling in the ring, what I really like about it is that I have now become an interviewer from it. I have now become a commentator from it, and that has actually trickled over to TV because I also wrestle for WOW Women of Wrestling as Abilene Maverick, so I play a character on Access TV. And what's really cool is because of Title Match Network doing the Ladies Night Out, I now have done commentary on WOW on TV. So it's cool because it's opening doors. And I don't know if you've noticed, but most of the women that actually, do we fight now? Do we fight?
Oh, shit.
There's a bell. We got to fight. But no, it's really cool because it's opened so many doors. As you can see, a lot of these women, they wrestle on TV. I'm not saying it's a direct correlation, but I mean, it might be.
So for your career, being able to do all those different things, being able to interview, being able to announce, being able to wrestle, do you think that's going to open up more doors in the future? Because obviously it has with WOW.
Yeah, I would think so. I've actually been in talks with a few of other companies outside of wrestling, which is, I know, crazy, right? Usually once you're in the wrestling world, you never leave it. But I'm trying to kind of intertwine the worlds because the thing is I wasn't a wrestling fan growing up. I actually was not allowed to watch it because I grew up during the Attitude Era. So you get it.
Yeah.
So, but of course, when you're older and you really get to appreciate it and watch it as an adult and make your own judgment calls, it's fantastic. But the thing is this. The outside world, outside of the wrestling world, is fantastic and huge, and I really want us to start trickling over into it, that mainstream audience. So that's where I'm hoping things like Ladies Night Out can start trickling over into,
So yeah, you've been a part of some more wrestling-centric shows and some shows that are laced with so much entertainment like WOW. You were part of a WWE tryout a few years ago. What type of feedback did you get from that tryout?
So I actually feel I got really positive feedback because I ended up having, I think, 3 tryouts total there at the, at, what do you call it now? The PC?
Performance Center,
yeah. You call it, So over the Performance Center, I went there when they first opened up, and I think they were actually just calling it NXT. That one went okay. They gave me some feedback on what to work on. Worked on it. They brought me back. And then they brought me back another time for the first women's pay-per-view that they did.
Evolution or the Mae Young Classic?
The Mae Young Classic, yeah. So for the Mae Young Classic, I ended up being pushed to alternate, unfortunately, because they brought a lot of NXT girls onto it, which they weren't planning to do at first.
Yeah.
So me, Rachel Ellering, and Deonna Purrazzo, we were all pushed as alternates. Last second, Rachel got pushed up onto it. So, that's wrestling, though. You never know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. But obviously I did good enough in that tryout that they wanted me to be there for that. But since then, I haven't really been in talks with them because I've been so focused on WOW. I've been so focused with Title Match Network, because now I'm pretty much transitioning over to that and Flag Sports as one of their interviewers. So that's kind of where I'm letting my ball roll to.
So that they have announced the second season of WOW. That's coming. You've got people who have been involved in wrestling for decades involved.
We have to fight again.
Let's lock up. There we go.
Oh, I caught your hair.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
See, I'm a rookie in this hair game. I'm not used to it yet. I just got long hair for the first time.
No, you're good. You're looking like a Jesus, like a rock star Jesus.
I'm trying. So, WOW Season 2, it's coming. Did you find out ahead of time, and what was your reaction?
We actually did know a little bit ahead of time, but still, I cried. I literally, when they told me the news, really when they told me that it was going on Access TV, I cried just because I've been with that company for 5, maybe 6 years now. So we've been really pushing for that for a very long time. So now that we finally have that, you get that platform to show all women's wrestling, it's crazy. Because it really, in wrestling, it's always been tiers, of okay, you can see it here, here, whatever. And for women's wrestling, it's always just been here. You didn't really have a platform like Title Match. You didn't have a platform like WOW, to watch all women's wrestling. So I think it's cool because it's just evolving constantly.
You mentioned Title Match. I think they're integral to women's wrestling. I mean, you see Evilise there, Kiera Hogan there, Thunder Rosa over there. There's so many great names that have this platform to put on matches that maybe couldn't happen. Maybe they were in different companies or whatever it may be. What is something that you've learned about Title Match Wrestling that, as far as helping out women's wrestling that most people might not know?
I think you really just nailed it right there because it is a melting pot. A lot of these women, a lot of women that are working on Impact or working on WOW or they're just indie wrestlers, we typically don't cross paths. And a lot of them, too, work just at Booker T's, school there. And so we're all getting to cross paths at different levels. Like, I have worked some girls who are brand new, and I've worked some girls who are, veterans to me. So I think that's the good thing. It's just a big melting pot,
Barbie, I want to thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes.
Much appreciated.